Hello everyone, welcome to RPG Wednesday. You see before you a dragon who has had 1 hour of sleep. I am fucking knackered. Shouldn't have had that coffee before stream last night, I really shouldn't have done. I was fucking wide awake. Oh, thanks PS5. Wireless battery level is low. Give me just 2 seconds to plug that in. Yeah, so after stream last night, I should have gone to bed, but I was just really awake. Didn't end up actually being tired until 9ish. Think that. About that. No, I ended up going to bed around about 8. Trying to fall asleep. Was massively awake. Still kept on trying. I looked over at my phone, as I often do when I just can't sleep. There's a message from Foxx saying, "Are you awake?" And I said, "Try not to be." Not succeeding. And she said, "Oh well, I'm in town, selling my old PS4, and I found this." Sends me a picture of a ridiculously high quality art tablet that is going for a fraction of its actual supposed price. I was like, ooh. Looked at my bank account. But I just have enough. I have enough in my bank account, and I've got nothing that I need to spend money on until my Twitch payment comes through. Tempted. So I did that. Went to it, got it. Also, got a copy of Black. Found a copy of Black for the PS2, which means I can stream it. Really happy about that. Was not expecting to see that, and when I saw it in the CX, I was like, holy shit, that's going to be fucking expensive. Took it off the shelf, £2.50. It's like, yes. Yeah, taking that. So I got that and got the art tablet. Walked around town for a bit because I was still wide fucking awake at that point. Got back. By the time it was around, it was close to 1 in the afternoon. I was, debating whether I should stay up or not, and realised, no, I actually was starting to feel tired at that point. So I went to go and, sleep. Knowing that I would only have about an hour, but an hour of sleep is better than nothing at all. So I had an hour of sleep. And now here I am. Very tired. Very tired, but, that seems to be also a very good state of mind to tackle Disco Elysium in. Weird enough, even though it's been a few weeks since I actually, played Disco Elysium, I still remember what I was doing. Last thing I was thinking, talking to Joyce, and now I've agreed to sort out her issue with the smuggling. In exchange for some company industry secrets. I have no idea what else I'm going to be doing here, because this entire day is without Kim, because Kim's taking the body to the morgue. There's not a lot more I can think of actually doing until the evening, when I don't know if Kim's going to be back by then, or whether I'm going to be going talking to that guy in his room alone. No idea. Also was cursing myself looking at looking at what I need to do for platinum in Skyrim. So the site that I use that has trophy guides on it, they always do put the quickest way to get platinum and the best way to do platinum on these games. And they also give you a rating of how difficult the platinum is and how long they estimate it to take. I looked at this, 4 out of 10 difficulty. It's like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me because I've done it before. I have done the platinum on Skyrim before, but it was on the Xbox 360. Same trophy list. It's just back then I could use a glitch. I can't use that now. So 4 out of 10 because it's Skyrim. It's not all that hard. It's grindy. The trophies in it are grindy and glitchy. Not actually difficult. Apart from one, there is one trophy in it that says, you know, average time in total to platinum this game, 100 plus hours. Because of grinding to level 50. That's where the difficulty in the grind comes in, is getting a level 50 character, and there's no XP glitches that you can really reliably do because they keep getting fucking patched out. And because it's a special edition, it comes pre-patched to remove the Ogma Infinitum glitch, which I really fucking hate, because that's an easy way to get to level 50. It's going to have to be done the legit way, which means that when I do Skyrim, I am going to be going off stream and farming. I'm going to be farming levels like fuck. Really am. Because there's no way I'm doing 100 plus hours on stream. Fucking hell no. I'm pretty sure that if I did 100 plus hours on stream, it would actually become my longest running stream series. And I don't want that. I don't want Skyrim to be, you know, longer than the whole fucking Doom series. That's just overkill. Even for Shitrim. Which I was tempted to try and make it into the title. But I can't because Twitch. They won't even let me use masochism because they're definitely not going to let me use shit. So we've got Ski Ram. Yeah, I named it Ski Ram. What was the actual title I used? The full title is Maso Mondo's Ski Ram, playing the world's most famous mod platform to platinum. I didn't put in, you know, how much I hated it. I'm just, you know, it's a mod platform. It's a mod platform, and I'm playing it without any mods because mods disable trophies. Thanks, Bethesda. Right, on to lighter things. Let's catch up on this chat, and then let's dive into Disco Elysium. Hello and welcome, Torian. And Stream Elements being real fucking late. Really bad. Even for Stream Elements it was bad. Hello, welcome, Shin, and thank you immediately for your contribution to the VTuber Stream Week challenge. Hello, welcome, DJ. You can confirm that my PC is dead and will not stream for a while. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, DJ. It's really never good when your PC's failing. I know Foxx is in a similar situation at the moment. But then again, her laptop is 7 or 8 years old. And it's only just started. Well, it's not just starting to die. It's been dying for a while. It
just growls, okay?
It growls and it takes 5 minutes to open a program. I've seen smaller pieces of shit in a very well used horse stable.
And when I play The Sims, it takes off into the air.
Oh god. I'm surprised it can still run Final Fantasy. Hello, Foxx, by the way. Hello, welcome, Woodgren. That's unfortunate. There are days I hate having multiple choices when it comes to food. Not sure what I'm even hungry for. I'm never sure what I'm hungry for. I just get food thrown at me and I eat it. I remove the necessity of having to choose what I want to eat by tossing that choice on someone else, going, yeah, you decide, I'll eat it, whatever. Well, no, a lot of people don't have that kind of luxury. I mean, you can still use a PC but stream-wise now. Oh, it's still bad. Like, I don't even know if my PC will stream anymore. I really don't. Not after me trying to stream Final Fantasy to Discord and it still wouldn't work. I'm wondering if some of those games that I have previously tested will now not work. Because Nio should have worked, but it didn't. Wow. It was just chugging along a bit. Torian says to growl back at your laptop and insert dominance.
You know what? Beat me up.
She said it would beat her up. Bye, Foxx. My sympathies. I appreciate that, Woodgren. So, smallest child is ill and isn't telling me what she needs and is crying and fussy. Ah, children. Another reason why I would not want them myself. Maybe I could postpone until say tomorrow if you're too tired. No, I'll be fine. I have plans for what I'm going to do during the day on Thursday and Friday. Hopefully, if I'm compos mentis and not ill, and I've actually slept, which I should have done, before I start my modding duties, I'm going to record the SCP streams that didn't get uploaded, which should be nice and streamlined, because I won't be pausing to read chat, I won't have donations and stuff in the way, and I won't be waiting on loading up other SCPs and finding them. I'll have them all in tabs, so I can just read, click off, read, click off, read, click off, so it should be a nice streamlined and simple thing gone through. So it is, yeah. Looking forward to that, Black it is. Hopefully, yeah, it should be good. Mod platform on a toaster. No, that'd be if it was on my PC. And to be fair, calling my PC a toaster is actually a compliment at this point. It's a fucking potato, is what it is. Thank you very much, Torian, for your contribution to the VTuber Stream Week Challenge. Can you still do the alchemy restoration enchantment thing? Dunno. Maybe. I know there's quick XP methods, which, if they're quick XP methods, I don't think those have been patched out because there's legitimate gameplay things. But stuff like the Ogma Infinitum, where you could use it, an infinite number of times, yeah, that's been patched out. Graphics set someone wants to see in a PC that's £999. Let's put in Discord in a bit. I mean, I don't know if you have one near you, DJ, but Foxx and I were in Cash Generators earlier. They had a load of PCs there that were really cheap and, serviceable. Well, not serviceable. They'd work. It would work. Like, I think the most expensive one I saw there that was actually still fairly decent was £240, which, not bad. Not bad for just a PC tower, but, again, you would need all the peripherals like a keyboard, mouse, a sound system, a monitor, that sort of thing. But still, it's not bad. If you're not what and not ill? If I am compos mentis. Play Skyrim on the Alexa. There's only one thing I want to do with an Alexa, and that's smash it with a hammer. Because I know what those things do, and they're fucking creepy. There is a long-standing agreement between me and Callie. When I'm over there, the Alexa is not plugged in, it is not active, it is in a box somewhere else, because she knows that if I find it, I will smash it. Because I don't want that shit around. They've heard that phrase before? Compos mentis basically means, competent mentality or something like that. It basically means, you're not having your brain isn't broken, basically. But no, it's a Latin phrase. As you can probably tell by compos mentis, it's actually proper Latin rather than my things like yetus deletus or something like that, or kippus yetus. It's not a Latin sounding phrase. It's just actually Latin. Yeah, it is actually Latin. So I've got some far too spoiled by the mobility of a laptop to ever move back to a stationary PC. That's wholly fair. I have had a laptop at one point and a netbook as well. I still own the netbook. It's at my parents' place being repaired currently. But yeah, I always prefer a stationary PC and consoles. I was not sorry. Yeah, it's not me on most days either. Can you link to the website to Discord? It's not. I don't think they've got a website. It's let me have a look. See if they've actually got a website. What do you know they actually do? Yeah, it's just cashgenerator.co.uk. No hyphens or spaces. Yeah. Hopefully that will work. But seeing as they're a second-hand shop and it's very much based on what is local, you might not be able to find stuff on their website. But then again, you might. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at it. So it isn't well today in the brain department. I haven't been well in the brain department for a while, so I get you on that. Holy feel where you're coming from. You have my every sympathy and empathy, whichever one means, you know, I know what you're going through because I'm going through it myself. Almost tried to ban for the link. It's fine. As I've found out through being a little shit on Maury's channel, you can't ban the broadcaster. It would be hilarious if you could, but you can't. You can't even delete my messages. I can't even delete my messages, so if I put a message into chat, it's fucking staying there. Woe betide me if I accidentally type a password into that. Ooh. Gives you the option. Yeah, it gives you the option, but it actually won't let you. That's a weird thing. It won't let you, but it says you, gives you the buttons. It's really weird. Just like mods can't time each other out or delete their messages. Or ban each other. It's probably a good thing that mods can't ban each other for the shit I do in Maury's channel. Right. So I have my door go again. 6. Okay. Nope. Keyboards are easy to find in £9. Yeah. Yeah, keyboards are. If you don't care at all about what your keyboard can and can't do, they are ridiculously cheap. So are mice. A bog standard wired keyboard and mouse is not at all expensive. It's only when you start wanting them to do extra things that they start getting expensive. Like my mouse, for example, is one of those ones that has 12 buttons on the side of it. It was expensive. Wow, it was expensive for a mouse. It wasn't expensive for some of the things they usually try charging you. Yeah, well, your TV has HDMI, so probably can just use that and use my headphones. So I think the sound problem will be fine. Yeah, should be. Yeah, if you got a headphone port on the PC, should be fine. And if the PC's graphics card has HDMI ports, which honestly they all should now, then you should be fine. In all honesty, if you're using your TVs usually have inbuilt sound systems as well. Would you have your PS3 and your PS4 plugged into my TV, and they provide 90% of my gaming needs. Pretty much the only things to play on my laptop is RTSs, strategy games, old school isometric RPGs, and Hazen, and finally Witcher 3. It's not too different from me. Most of my gaming comes from my PlayStation 5, with some of my things on my Steam, GOG, and a handful of things on Epic. And even though I don't play those things on all that much, it's mostly Final Fantasy. Like you're going to see these out, to sleep with garbage. Holy feel you with that, Torian. If you do doze off, no problem at all. Hope you have a nice rest, and now chat is caught up with, I'm going to head over to this. Blah. I have a ping in Discord, and I'm fairly certain it's an announcement from Scoot's server, but yeah, it was. Or is, because I haven't gotten rid of it. Continue! He's just leaving behind Lieutenant Kids to he's back, sneak out after he's gone to sleep. It's been a little while. But at least I know who I am now. I am Harry Dubois. No. Because what's look on Wednesday, it's Tuesday at the moment, so I can't do that. The jam mystery. Someone's using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients of drugs into River Shoal. Joyce said there are 3 drivers at the intersection. Talk to them, and one of them must know something about the drug trade. Okay. Name unknown, rank unknown. I know my name. I know my name. Superstar Cop 1, Apocalypse Cop none, Sorry Cop 4, Boring Cop 5, Communist 4, Fascist 1, Ultra Liberal 3, Moralist 5, Good Cop Bad Cop 16, Honor 1, People Killed 3, Cases Solved 216, Years in Service 18 years. That's pretty damn good. Tacos and nuggets, pretty much the easiest things I had to cook at the moment. I personally always go for not tacos if I'm given the option of tacos. because they're so messy, and I'm personally not a fan of of food being that messy. And also, I've never been really a massive fan of tacos. Just never have. I know stereotypical thing is like, oh yes, tacos are the best thing that ever been invented. But at the same time, it's like, Right, so let's go over to where the drivers are. I'm pretty sure that one of them was talking about apples, and he was being very shifty. I'm fairly certain that's the one who's doing the drug trade stuff.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
See, I noticed that this one's something I can actually look at. Tasmania's tortillas, ground beef, and shredded cheese. Not much to get messy. Soft tacos, no, but hard taco shells, yeah, it's always.
Are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Oh, well, back seat.
Back end of the cabin is a small perch to sleep. Large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Wait, wasn't this guy that was talking about apples?
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
What are you calling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Okay, and what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that
These
kind
hard
of thing.
shells might buy some natural crisp on the side. That's what fair, wholly fair.
They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's the machine behind you.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
That a found A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he spent too long in this lorry.
It's nothing legal then.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Right, I have another question.
The man
In fact,
taps
Taco
his
says to be
finger
back so it's good. No problem at all.
against his arm.
Empathy, what do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it.
Fuck.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man, I want to know about your soul! Hey Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you?
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorriman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn, it really is hard to talk, man to man.
That's all for now. Bye. Okay, so he's not dealing in it. I wonder if talking to this guy, because he's seen a lot of stuff, I wonder if he'll know.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to to the boss man too, probably.
Yeah, that's nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to your wife, smile dawning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Not contained with a very specific type of target of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbours.
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Thank you, this has been of limited use.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Good talking here. Go run. Oh well, that was a bit... Wasn't what I wanted, but hey, it's also... helps a little bit. I wonder if it's that guy over there, because like there's three. She said there was 3 drivers.
Looking for something?
Oh, this is the apples, dude. I think. What are you hauling?
Well, not much anymore. I'm here to pick
Alright.
up some cargo, but the dock workers are
Yeah,
on
well, you-
apples.
Yeah.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He was just patient for explaining it.
I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
So I think it's not him. He's too much of a racist to get involved in what he sees to be a foreign thing.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
That's all I need to know now. Let me ask you something else.
The man bites his lip and drops the near-finished cigarette lingering between his fingers. He reaches for a new one.
Says something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And that's a privilege.
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient, very prestigious.
So you're in a Carter's Guild.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. When they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
Oh, we're done for now. So that's 2 of the lorry drivers I've questioned. I wonder if I can use my crowbar to open that.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
Nope. Apparently not. Oh well. Was worth a try. Need to find where the 3rd lorry driver is, unless it's her.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
You're right, man. You're out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds with contempt. Where else would you be then?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
To take you in mess when you were young.
Someone was.
Someone, are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
Sounds like she's on drugs.
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
Sorry to interrupt you dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes now as she appears to take your measure.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Meth, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She holds back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains and memorabilia, photos and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
And what if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Well, show me the soles of your boots.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
Please, help me out here, it's important.
Please? I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots, made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Now the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There's no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
Wait, what do you mean it was the coronation of Franco Negro?
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Jerife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
These are not the boots I was looking for.
The feet of a little girl. They fit well.
Hey, level up. Before I came, you seemed away.
What do you mean?
You're in a dream, inactive, turned off.
Yes? What about it?
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Utachinaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. Oh no, I'm gonna lose her.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 180. Adestradas do Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
She opens her eyes again and shudders. Something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about. I think no. I think she's the one. I think she's transporting him. So you seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great unrest.
That's not really what I was getting at.
Then what were you getting at?
What is it you're holding exactly?
Your man, Lowman. What of it?
Okay, let's put this on the way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said you don't know what cargo you're holding. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiris to Grad. The U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiris to Grad, Lowman?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Didn't ask me about the diamonds, did I? I didn't care about any of that.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
Okay, if you're not involved with drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the filters of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesquite.
Her voice trails off. Not so sure now. So she can only see this guy who's over here. The one that I initially rose off about the sportswear. I did have an option asking if I could get one of the tracksuits. Maybe if I ask him about that, he'll slip up and go like, oh no, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
What are you holding anyway?
Oh, high-grade
Yeah,
diamonds.
Relax. He's made.
Yeah, we're
even
actually
get a-
hauling
they
it.
usually get
Can I get one of those foreign tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Right, I had no
The
question.
man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Seems like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Let me show you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Who do you think could be connected to the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Starting to think it is actually the racist. Actually, starting to think it actually was the racist. Huh? I have no idea what it was I was going to try and raise on this either. So you're fair, I think it was. But then I can't remember. I think it actually might be Encyclopedia. Because there's something linked with the bathroom mirror. But the bathroom mirror thing was electrochemistry, and I cannot unlock that yet. Can't do anything with that. And she's up there on the roof. I don't know. This guy, I think, is probably the one who done it, because he's the only one out of all the three who's actually been getting really defensive about it. The other two were both very open and upfront with it. He's the one who's, initially said, he was, apples. Whereas the other two were both quite joking that, one of them said, "Oh, I'm doing the high narcotics and illegal firearms," jokingly. The woman said about diamonds. And he is very adamant that he is transporting apples. So I'm very much of the opinion that he is the one who's doing it. This game is actually a cerebral mess it is. It's a very well written one as well. It's a very, very good RPG. I'm just really confused by it. See if we can get anything more from him.
Looking for something?
No. We're done for now. Bollocks. I'll go back to Joyce to see if there's anything for that. Actually, no. I'll go back to my room to see if I can do anything with the mirror. Excuse me.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
It's an encyclopedia.
It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
Let the mirror be for now. Okay, so it is encyclopedia. So okay, pause a point into encyclopedia. Oh, what's this? Map? What? Ah! I'm not that. Oh, I need to oh. I should have put a point into logic. At least now I know.
Mirror hangs on the
Oh,
bathroom
it's an
wall.
even chance.
It's barely covered in steam. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current
Yes.
century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Le Million. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
So I adopted it. Why?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
I feel the need to add a clicking sound and make it.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because, unlike Guillaume Le Million, you are a police officer. It's your nifty little way to say, I'm armed and dangerous.
How long ago was the new?
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression, looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that.
I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne cork smile whenever you want to.
Ooh.
Some of the stardust will return.
I've got another +2 because I know the origin. Let's try to stop the expression from happening.
Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Fuck. Let it be for now. I tried. Oh, I'm going to another thought. Guillaume de Million. Wait. Do those on my surveillance? I can retry the ledger. Woo! Let's do that then. Where's my ledger?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's
Can I read the
alien
case files
and white
now?
clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Yes!
At last, you find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the next world mural.
Wait, HDB41, weren't those officer precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I mean, I know it's Harry Dubois, because Mr. Slimy Shit called me that.
Harry Dubois, HDB. Still feels like there's something missing from that.
Next world mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 12.
I know my fucking name!
Nay, a mural appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building
This is one of the very few games in which that's actually a crowning fucking achievement.
called Grand Coudon.
I know my name, I just might not know who I am.
Cause of failure. Rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich.
Lucas
They
Hill
take
Mirror would be so happy for you.
responsibility for the
Hey.
execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
Keep the mural, it's right.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
Middle class not to be blamed, it's human nature.
Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet legend? Would you like to tackle me?
Man with a smelly toilet ledger. That's got to be the VOD title. Smelly toilet ledger. What the fuck is this game sometimes? The unsolvable case.
AKA Leslie and Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk.
A literal mindfuck.
Burke will
Yeah.
always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Proceed.
Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Bert and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Leslie is fashioning his genitals. Public indecency.
Good, you're learning. If the files...
Thank you for the hydration reminder, DJ, and thank you for the contribution to the VTuber Stream Week Challenge.
And Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent pills now. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, and then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry towards Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke.
So that's why my ledger was broken, because I beat the shit out of someone with it. Sounds like quite the bender. Yeah, I know, right?
He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open for Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore.
Wow.
An invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
And all it took was beating one of them up. Wow.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
These are fantastic. I love these. The square bullet hole murders.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
a sequence killer.
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next?
Bollocks.
Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
The couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street.
This is advancing the day at the time a lot. I've just noticed.
At an unexpected location. They were young and they thought they looked cool on it.
They actually looked like arseholes.
Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum tum tum. Hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills. who is now dead.
Oh
Of
my word.
circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Ah. Do you say square bullet holes a moment ago? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've read through that one. You still have to wait for Kim as you're doing this. This is true. I did, yeah, square bullet holes, yeah. Oh. Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner JM, only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills.
Kiddo woke up and has been screaming for 20 minutes straight. Well, nothing like that kind of alarm clock.
Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Really stupid.
Yeah, so anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there, only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind
Says
of
you seems
movie
okay now.
producer.
Good.
No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be?
He had a mind-blowing experience.
Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
He must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
What was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next.
I can revisit this.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
I know. Sylvie already told me I dunked it in the toilet.
If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it?
Maybe it's me. It's my fetish. Maybe. Ever think of that? Nose. The option to sniff was there. I mean, number one is actually kind of why I picked it. It was there. Just like, you know, in the Outer Worlds during the murder mystery. Chinya. Then. Oh no, Captain, don't lick it. And she's licked it already. Oh, one of my favourite parts of that whole DLC was getting to lick everything. Lydia, hello, welcome. What did I walk into? Dubious uses of your senses. I'm a policeman. This is police work. I'm just following the lead, you know?
Torturing your own nose for no reason is not conducive to case cracking, but...
Are you angry with me, Nose?
yeah, turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. Quelle fucking surprise. Come on, no more. The ledger is going back down, away from your nose now.
Put ledger away. Hey, I got a lot from that. I've got my name. Why does it still say name unknown and rank unknown? I mean, I don't know my rank, but I do know my name. That's something at least. No. Oh, here we are.
Kingdom of Conscience. The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
Awesome.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Guess I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I ride. A little.
A little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Guess I made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
System is broken.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this?
Taxes,
Why
man.
am I so poor?
I don't know, why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes.
I actually was the taxes option. Ha!
In your
I didn't pick it, but ha! Love it.
every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Number 3 was just glorious. It was.
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachon?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus,
What
there's
the fuck is my inner savior fair babbling on about?
that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer State's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
Do I want to be a free market type? Do I want to be a free market fundamentalist? I don't know. Well, apparently it's, the game is, thinking that that's the way I'm going, because otherwise it wouldn't have offered me this. But why did it do it after the ledger? I don't know. Screw it. Yeah, let's go for it. No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
What the fuck? What the fuck was any of that? Temporary research management, so empty, cold-blooded. Oof, Jesus Christ. Close the door. Be polite about it. Well, it's nearly 5 PM. I'm still no clue of what to do. But actually, go back to Joyce. Yeah, that's what I was going to do initially. I'll go back to Joyce and tell her I think I know who the guy is who's doing the smuggling. Smuggling with his capital schmoo. He's using dry and spicy cheese and spice are good, bloody delicious. Oh, that does sound good. I'm always an advocate for dry cheese. Just about one of the very few situations where I do prefer something dry to something wet.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization, I still can't do it. It's locked. Right, okay. Other fact that every single time I go past it, I try to interact with it, and Kim comments on it. It's like, do we have to interact with this every time we walk past it?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with Lauren at the roundabout.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour.
What?
They must have someone in an overlooked position near the gates.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
Okay. I think it's all for now. What? I spoke to 3 truck drivers, and she said there were 3 lorrymen. What? We were just said smuggling was spot on for Swedish if it came from a certain region. Love it. Almost accidentally speaking Swedish. Without the whole thing of, saying something quite simple like tack. So what other truck drivers are there here? 'Cause I've spoken to the 3 that she said about. Why? Maybe the woman didn't count as a truck driver. Or maybe someone down here is a truck driver. I mean, he's just a salesman.
You see a Samaran street vendor.
Yeah, he's just a
surrounded
street vendor.
by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his
Dressed
face
full of
breaks
wet.
into a wide, welcoming grin.
I've ordered that, by the way. As well as Syndicate. Because CEX were doing Syndicate and Wet both really cheap. I was like, yeah, well, I'm just getting both then. Actually, sounded like a slightly drunk man from Delana. I'll take it. I will take it. That's something I've said in probably a few too many ways.
Is embroidered
Everything's cool here.
Gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys the consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction. Well, that guy smokes. All of it, I suppose.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Says back in the spa box he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
What kind of stuff are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Rebashol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Do you have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits. Just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Well, it's really true you don't use a single permit to set up a shop.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Okay, no permit then. Cool.
Hyper cool.
That's all, then let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
The food packages you're selling have humanitarian aid written on them. How come?
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
I think one said not for resale on the packaging.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Does your supplier drive that Humanox lorry over there?
What? Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you sound like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about?
1 million real! Humanitarian aid, macarons, motherfucker, I don't know. 10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
It worked. Did send it from leather pouch.
Somewhere, not so distant, Officer Chad Tilbrook refuses a bribe from a local hood. He doesn't know you've just made his job, and the job of all honest cops, a little bit harder.
Whoops, I took a bribe. I'll look around, thanks. Whoops. Whoopsies. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. Oh shit. Oh well. Bollocks. Right, so I need to go and find the other lorry drivers I didn't talk to, apparently. Is this guy a truck driver? Does this guy count?
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again. Let's talk about our right to work.
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work. To be we came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. if Union Foxx don't want.
No, apparently not. I'm on the verge of looking it up because as far as I know, I've spoken to all the lorry drivers, but she's insisting that I haven't. Unless it's something to do with here again. Look in the window. What's on its insignia? Also, speaking of cheese, if I knew how to send you a pack of what I just used before it goes bad, I'd happily do so. Just to hear what your thoughts on it would be.
Strength and purity.
I definitely would. I'd be definitely up for that. Actually, no. What type of cheese is it? We might have it over here, actually. Could do a search on it.
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
I know. I'm gonna have a look. Disco Elysium. Lorry drivers. It is those three. Okay. Right, I see. There's the buttons. I can't doubt you have it. Okay, I'll have a look. That's the button cheese. There we go. Yeah, no, we don't. Weird. We don't have anything like it either. Okay, so apparently, apparently the way to do this is you talk to this guy, put pressure on him about it. He will tell you about sealing. Talk to sealing enough, he will tell you about, you know, some of the other reputable ones. You then talk to Tommy. You can get a key, and then you find out more. So I've got to talk to this dickhead more. Sounds on drugs.
Drugs? You know where that shit they know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves.
So you're not struggling drugs out of Martinet.
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling me you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most of the Caminers have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kids sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Maybe you get Scan the Kitchen, a website delivered to your area. Let's have a look. Scan the Kitchen. Scanthekitchen.co.uk. Good food for lovers from Scandinavia. It seems like it's a UK site. Let's go down to the bottom. We'll do delivery information. Well, we ship all over the UK mainland. There we go. I am going to bookmark that. Thank you very much for pointing me towards that, Woodgren. Very much appreciated. I'll also make a note of that. After stream, look through Scandi Kitchen. Red, hello and welcome. Oh, hey, I come to Mount Torrens Campfire. Yeah, I actually had to look up a little bit of a guide for this because I was stumped. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. You know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some Kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you were at the Whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a Kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs to Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealand. That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Wait, street vendor south here? That guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit?
Gonna look through and see what they have and if there's anything in particular I'd recommend to start with. Nice, thank you very much, Woodgren. Very much appreciate that.
His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, alright? 100%.
Guess I need to pay him a visit then.
Guess so.
We're done for now. There we go. Now I've got the thing to go and talk to Sealang. It's in Disco Elysium. This is on United States Simulator. Yeah.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So Sealang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I actually don't like drugs.
That's very cool. I don't like drugs either. I only said I do because I didn't want to sound lame. Peer pressure.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbour. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating narcotics crimes like that? But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver's identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Torian, first the fuck is a lorry? Truck. Same thing.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my...
Same thing, different name. Over here in the UK, and I think Europe as well, we call them lorries, but over in the US, they're trucks. Same thing though. Stop squirming, what do you know about the drug operation at the harbour?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
Wait, what crowd?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was
Like pickup
that
trucks,
crowd.
semi-trucks. Semis. Semis and 18-wheelers. The big ones. The big ones that transport the large containers of goods.
He doesn't want
We don't
to
actually
talk
really
about
have pickup trucks over here. There's not really much of a call for them. We use minivans instead. Gotcha. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff.
Okay, look. here doing bad things. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've been in Revachol for 15 years, working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
We're buddies, Slang. Help us out. No one knows you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is Lady Driver the old woman back there? Days out. Strange.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her.
I actually hate driving next to those things on the highway. Can never tell if I'm in the driver's blind spot. I'm always worried I'm going to get mushed. Yeah, that's a fear that's shared by quite a lot of people, I think.
It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now?
He's aching to get back to his usual shtick. All this whispering is bad for business.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. Very cool. Let's cap this off with a purchase. A pair of funky sunglasses, detective. You deserve it. And I deserve it too. Don't you think?
We expect to find destination style death of some kind. That will be his blind spot accident. It's amazing the number of people who get worried about driving behind lorries with transporting steel rods or logs after that film.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
One of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this Lady Driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business.
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
Best thing is someone in TikTok actually had that happen to them. Jesus Christ.
He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part. Not trickery. Bah. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's
Said Lumber when I meant logging. Yeah, I know what you meant anyway. Final destination was just a dollar store for phobias. Yeah, pretty much. Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What colour hair?
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
I can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me too. That she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violence in life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something.
Yeah, I personally avoid talking about this game because I did this on day one. It was the first thing I did while exploring. Would have accidentally spoiled a lot.
Wait, this guy says they're friends. Then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out. Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
So you're alright with others ratting you out, you just don't want to get your hands dirty.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too.
She's a suspect, and I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish the investigation.
I thought you were a different kind of cop.
The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own ends.
Where's the lady driver?
Here. Her lorry's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
When did she leave?
Last Friday.
Anything else on where she is now?
No. I don't know.
And why did you have the keys?
She left them to me. Because she trusted me. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise...
Well, for Saxon's sweet section, I'll say go nuts. Other highlights are... Oh, good God, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to copy and paste that. Thank you very much, Woodgren, for those examples. Congratulations. Ekström's Blaubeer Scorpa, Blueberry Drink 11, Phaser Cacao, Coca-Cola, very good, just directly hot water with orange, not melted. Promise yourself, in a spur, rosy drink, you big back like liters. Poor Tommy.
The other drivers would have to break in there to get the machines moving. And they would find what's hidden inside. Something incriminating.
I'm sorry I had to do this.
I bet you are.
And he's sorry he couldn't be what he wants to be. A good person. His last line, his revenge on the world.
Thank you, I'll go to the cabin then. Ooh. Ah, there it is. One of these is not 11 spot over there. Ah, right. Oh, it's 1L. No, that was not a typo, Woodgren. That was entirely my misreading it. That was a brain typo. Right. Just before I go into this, I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in a sec. I return, sorry about that. And thank you, Widgren, for your contribution to the VTuber Stream Week challenge. Very much appreciated. Right.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
Unlock the door with the key Tommy gave you.
You push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just
Open it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
This page is just like a regular store here. Feels so weird reading the English translation. It shows us not. Stop and wonder, what's that
The
smell?
remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably grenade number 5.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you.
So everyone's come home to tell about the PCs, doesn't seem to care. Ah, sorry to hear that, DJ.
Tragedy.
Hopefully you're able to get a replacement soon.
Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
Yeah, for the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. The peculiar frequency tableau indicates that at least 128 stations have been saved on this radio.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
Unclear.
Cocaine and morphine sounds like a nasty combo. Yeah, it really does.
Contacting an entire fleet of lorries, for example. This must be the nerve center of a well-organized operation.
Is there anything I can do with the radio?
Not without the dial key, no.
Look around the cabin.
The ghostly actresses, and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat, and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Rather than in the toolbox that's under the driver's seat.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
What?
Sandpaper adds extra grip,
The sandpaper would also roll the pattern of the driver's right boot sole.
matching one of the
Oh!
crime scene, which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Wait, the missing 8th Hardy?
Looks like it, yes.
She's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful!
Identified the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his
Hey.
boys had anything to do with the drug trade?
You're right, Fox. There. Ah. Best of luck. That would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions.
We should probably still talk to them, see what they've got to say for themselves.
Is The old as her.
The movie stars are still smiling from the
Pull
walls.
out
The
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
You also increase traction on the pedals, so I could almost see whether someone would want to do that. Yeah.
It's an issue of Petit Ferric from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
Pushing the pull out
The
toolbox.
pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Close the
You
door.
close the rusty old lorry door. Your job here is done.
Reports at Joyce. Yes. I was about drugs ready. The answers twice. That's way better. I mean, it's the old lady's one of her boots doesn't have a pattern. No, it did. No, the old lady is not the person we're looking for. Boots are too small, and they're both regular. Let's go and talk to Titus and see what he has to say. Probably will threaten to punch the living shit out of me, but hey, we'll find out.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus doesn't look particularly happy to see you. Authority godly. I just found a bullet in the hangman's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Truly curious, if you hanged him, how did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
Found something else in there for you to try. Not sure how it will handle shipping, but it is in season as it were. A Portacan's Ulmus Christmas soda. Have a look at that as well. Thank you, Widgeon. I've made note of that one. Unselect it now.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
I meant before he was hanged.
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Don't worry, I'll figure this out sooner or later.
Been worried in my life, lawman.
Across this area, I was having forgotten his beer for a moment.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
Guess what? I've connected you to local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
You're right, there's no local drug trade, except you.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runs on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? Stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardy Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Yates Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all fours. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints. Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
I'm going to take off now. Jesus Christ, I'm already up to another level already. Ah! Papa Joyce done. Yes. Titus, you were told to keep a low profile. You blew it, fuckface. Their overconfidence will be their downfall. Oh, bollocks. At least we've got something to go back to Joyce with now. I just need to press the racist a bit more.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
We discovered enough to conclude for now.
Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
Done quite a few interesting things actually. Share information.
Ah, good to hear. I wouldn't want to pry into a confidential police matter, but in the event you'd like to share more, I would like to know who it was.
It's a she, by the way.
Clever.
There came Fuku, now you're sleepy.
Skullduggery. Good move on their part.
Seems the architect of the operation has gone missing and abandoned lorries near the statue.
A runaway. Good work. This is a tangible lead towards solving the whole mystery.
She's a fan of vintage movie stars. The inside of the cab was plastered with posters.
We contain multitudes, do we not? It might not be pertinent to her profession, but who knows? It may help you find her yet.
She means you know her closer now. In some way, you know her soul a bit.
I saw a really advanced radio system with a lot of stations saved.
That speaks of the vastness and sophistication of the operation. Were you able to examine the radio?
As nerve center of the operation, she could contact a whole fleet of lorries.
Taking it out of commission will deal a blow to the smuggling network. Excellent work.
I found research about something called ULAN frequencies related to the operation.
High-intensity microwave frequencies. They're used for navigational purposes, to compress the inter-eastlery space. They may use it to communicate with incoming freighters.
As the shipments approach Revachol, somehow you suspect something more sinister.
I told you what I found, now it's your turn.
I appreciate you placing your trust in me. Thank you again for looking into this matter. You have my gratitude, and the gratitude of Wild Pine's group.
Are the items on your bottom left portrait glowing red? I think they are. I think they always have been for some reason.
Now,
And so are my ears and my nose.
agreement, it's time for me to share company secrets with you.
Excuse me. There's a change in her demeanour. A caution comes over her. A tension.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker.
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humour.
The eyes and nose are kind of sad from alcoholic. I'm going to guess, the red eyes, from lack of proper sleep. Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they?
Crenell, an Odinese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
That's only my guess, honestly.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Maybe the investigations can team up, share resources and intelligence.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
So you have to hold the mainsail?
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Union has over 2,000 men.
The arms against them 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, detective? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Yeah, but just get one of them drunk and then they're at the mercy of 8 people apparently.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Can't see it happen. Too many things have to go wrong first.
Too many things have already gone wrong. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the little that is not from following suit.
Ouch.
One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in 3rd or 4th world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Just 2 seconds, I've got to put some skin cream on my foot. It's a bit on the dry side. Okay, anything else you can tell me?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Probably.
Ah, yes, your condition. The International Collaborative Police maintains a database for these sorts of things. Perhaps you should consult it. It was just a suggestion.
Could you tell the company? Could you contact the company? Time to call them off.
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on them?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
It's the first time I've heard of this. Where did the assault take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Maybe Gartz would know. Oh no, he's only just gotten here. He wasn't here last week.
You meet her soon enough, you feel?
This colonel, the one who was hanged, do you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Smelly. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Courty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Courty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
This Lely, anything else? Nationality? How old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
What do you call a mage power enough to use literal storms and hurricanes as instruments when performing music? A great conductor. Ah! Love it.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Excuse me. Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
I still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Where are these mercenaries? Excuse me.
One is obviously the scat leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogan is merely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon ill-fitting work clothes while harbour gates the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
The situation at the gates is a powder keg. She says she wants to avert catastrophe, but that's where she draws the line. I call bullshit.
Just noticed there are only 5 people watching today. Yeah, Wednesdays are oddly very quiet. I don't know why, I've never understood that, but Wednesdays are always my quiet day. One's probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
It would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
What, you mean you don't know what's going on?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
It's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
Oh.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Oh. Time limit for the game, I think, maybe. That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
Maybe the games you play or just life getting in the way. Yeah, I mean, these are things. This is something that people voted for. So I don't know. It might be that some people, you know, just aren't enticed by watching role playing games. I actually might run a poll on that. Wish maybe I had a moderator view unless I'm not saying it. I have no idea, I'm afraid, Torian. Don't mind mates for chill streams. Yeah, and also weirdness like this. The guy around takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
So I'm not half trying to watch you play this, yeah. God, if this was, if this was a drunk stream day, fucking hell. Try to play this while drunk, oh, this would be a trip. Places, like stars in the sky?
Close.
Or that for something?
Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
So I was going nowhere but the morgue.
The times have changed.
What troubles did their man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
Take a shot for twist of plot. Oh my good god, I would get through this whole bottle so fast. Then what?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he
Every
sailed to the
twist.
Insulindic Ocean.
Lydia, welcome back.
Then these
Phone
islands.
died.
Then
Did you
this.
cremate it? Or did you just put it in your pocket? I can't help myself. Show every time you fail a check. Oh fucking hell. Pff, no, you need it. She points to his heart. What's that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery.
2 shots for
of
every double
Insulindic
6. Jesus fuck.
at
I don't think I've
the
actually
dawn
gotten a
of the
single one of those yet.
intermediary age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it. Seems like you can.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend.
Three for Snake Eyes, Jesus Christ.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Well, it seems safer than 2 for every Snake Eyes, yeah. To be fair, I've only had 1 Snake Eyes so far, I think. You're right, not a good idea.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
It's all for the tattoos, thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's it, thank you all for now. I'm 15 XP away from another level up. What the actual dick fuck? Hey, got something on the victim's tattoos. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. Electric chemistry, policeman cloak. I don't need that anymore because I'm wearing it. Steam dot worker, naughty dice maker, backyard wall, that stand, Kimchi Saragi, no. Joyce Messier, wooded door, barbell, measure head. Heroic. Taz Hardy. What's got paid? Joyce Messier. Toulon. There's nothing I really need in terms of that, so I think I might unlock another thought slot. Yeah. Do I want Gaillam de Million or do I want indirect modes of taxation? You know what? Gaillam. Dick fucking sounds painful. It's called docking, Lydia. Or, you know, that whole thing of, sticking something down the urethra. Which makes me wince every time I hear about it. It's like, ooh. Had that done as part of a test. Ooh. It's unpleasant. Real unpleasant. Raw success, maybe. Maybe. Ouch. Big ouch. Real big ouch. Okay, so what have I got now for my tasks? Does he run the number on the victim's armour? Find a traffic hooligan. Find money and pay for rent. Oh, it's 20 real. I've got enough. Online secret patches, smoke on the balcony. Pistol competition, who put clothes in the trash. Track down your gun, track down my badge. Made a call reporting the crime, sing karaoke. Find medical soldiers, and find vitality. Find smokes and smoke gun, find the murder weapon. First lock at Waterlock on Wednesday. I actually got nothing I can do. Can I interact with that? The fact that I was unaware of what that was called, what I've been doing in the past. So, Wigrin, I'm pretty sure you're the one. You're the one who's played Fallout Tactics, right? And you know the tribal guy, who says who worried about his little tribal. Brotherhood doctor performed invasive swab test. That really hurt. It does. Keep hearing ouch and yet his meeting deal like that's happened. Spur? Hang on, it's one of the weirdos. Thank you, DJ, for your hydration reminder. I also tried playing Trials and Tainted Space. Yeah. Or Tits, as it's also known. I know a fair few people who have played that, its predecessor that sent to the Fantasy 1, and the sequel to the Fantasy 1. You know, Tits, Cock and Cock 2. I know someone who's played all of them, and it's me. Manuk, yes, Manuk, yeah. So Mum's here, and so I talk to her in a bit. Go for it. As a little try which you plan to dip and hold your light on fire. Yes. It's like, I will dip little tribal in oil and chase away bad spirits with holy fire. It's like, oh. His answer to having STD was to dip his dick in oil and set it on fire. Ow. Oh, now that's the kind of smoked meat you definitely don't want. Oh. Ow. Yeah, same, Lydia, same. And this was from a game in 1999. Or was it 2001? I can't remember. I've got to quickly find out. Fallout Tactics release. 2001. You catch your recruitment for that? Can you? I never recruited Manuk. I never did. I mean, I think I was a bit too busy, you know, recruiting the better members of the things like, you know, Death Claws. Smoked sausage. Let's interact with that.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Spit the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet it's quite far away. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in.
What is it with you,
the
bullets?
Squished little. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
Eat it. Set up for it. So my friend, I'm gonna start talking. You keep me company. No, I'm finding the gun.
That sounds like something a police did. Then find the gun that shot it. The person that
Fill the bullets in the bag.
Squashed. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only.
No, I've got no idea then.
An intricate web of it still kind of looks like a map of for you, someone closer to it, someone who knows about history.
Managed to, the way he describes his regrets and his sorry for his little tribal is heartbreaking in both ways. It really is. The way he talks about it's like, ow, I feel for you, dude. Just goes to show that, you know, even when it's something that's on the surface really funny, it can also be done really heartbreakingly. It goes to show just how good In Exile are at writing. Yeah, who was In Exile / Interplay that did Tactics. It's weird that the Fallout series, for 1, 2 and Tactics kind of changed hands between Interplay and Black Isle, and, you know, which was also now In Exile and Obsidian, respectively. Let's talk to this dude.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Excuse me, I had further inquiries.
Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
We'll see.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
You mostly hide by Wild Pines.
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
I don't want to show him the photo because she said that might get violent and very dangerous. You also find a recruiting sister and find her chewing you out for not finding your medicine man. I think my big problem with Fallout Tactics is that I didn't do much of the story. I didn't get involved in much of the story. I was just, you know, basing it on it being a shooter. And now I'm in a position where I don't know what to do again. It's my only issue with this game, is a lot of the time I don't know what to do.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Actually, now that oh, I know I can do. So there were the files in this office over here. And it said that because I hadn't read my case files, I couldn't study these ones. So maybe I can do that now.
file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the
Oh.
out to greet you.
Volition through focusing. I need to get another skill point and put into volition.
Hundreds of documents and the same materials.
Anything interesting?
Went
No.
through all of these. The drawer slide.
Bollocks. Oh, isn't this something?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the hands.
Let your muscle memory die a random number.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. A moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy.
Do you know me?
No.
No, I mean, what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Harry Dubois. Do you have anything on my name?
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois.
Use a sneaky sniper main character that soloed most missions right up to the late game when I got access to power armor. Man, do I love design of the Midwest brother of power armors less than 50 cal machine guns. Same. Although for me at the end it was the Gauss rifle. The Gauss rifle, holy fuck. It was me as a rifle user, and I just got a squad of Deathclaws by the end. I'm Deadeye. My sniper, they start you off with Deadeye. Deadshot. Deadeye or Deadshot? I can't remember which one. The sniper they start you off with. That was pretty much my team. The Deathclaws couldn't wear armor, but fucking hell, they didn't need it.
Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film is that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Main.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Well, that was weird.
The payphone hangs mutely on the wall. There isn't much more to do here.
I've got some XP from that at least. I could try and do that, but I don't think I'll be able to do it because it's an impossible check. And most of these I've already done. Could try the barbell thing. At the very least, it might pass some time. Sounds like a depression-inducing movie. It really does. Sounds like something that Yoko Taro would do in his side time, in his free time. This game is really hard to do screenshots for. It really is. At least giving Foxx more than one thing to do with it. You were here, weren't you? Yes. You're not part of this investigation, Kipper. Fuck off. Yeet! And he bounced into somewhere I don't know again. Throwing him harder. Every day I'm throwing them. What's this?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Try to crack open the
You
lid.
slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by...
Didn't this bend my pry bar though? Something did.
This orange machine is dead still.
Pry bar's not strong enough. Minus 20.
Ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
See when to one day see a bungee line keep his neck one day. Yeah, one day. What is this?
You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes. That's a good pry bar, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. Some kind of...
Yeah, I did try that before and it didn't work.
You have no idea where to get one. Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Turn the ice cream crank?
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
Wow. This game's not nice to me. It's really not. And this is not me even playing it on hardcore mode. On hardcore mode, I'd be completely fucked. Or motion, I think motion would be more up and down. It's only because of what the ice cream, what it looked like. Smells like leather and sweat.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
No, it's got high performance weightlifting and goes, let's try it.
Conjuring up an inhuman...
I got a double six!
Barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Say nothing, revel in the feeling. Ho ho ho! Heal my morale.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbells to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Almost expected you to pop your back, so did I!
Hey, but you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What if they know you're here?
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Ouch! Thanks! Still though. I was hoping I'd get some XP for that actually, but no. But it's something I've done now. Oh, I could go and try that, but I'm not sure if it would even work now. I'm actually, at the moment, again, scraping for things to do. This is happening so often, I don't know if it's the game is designed that way, or if I'm really missing something. Oh, both. Also, yeah. Because I was like this towards the beginning of the game as well. It's just, you know, and then I got to like this one small advancement, and then things were better. But now I don't know. I can't remember what I was actually going to go and do. Oh yeah, I was going to go and try that the container door because I've now got a chance for it to work again. Because rhetoric. I feel like the game is pushing me to go and make a deal with Everett, but at the same time I really don't want to do that. But also I don't know if I can actually do much in this game without him.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Hey there, sugar.
The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. A tough nut to crack for sure, but the strongest containers often have the softest hearts.
You're a fine piece of engineering. Do you know that?
The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before?
I'm coming on to a door.
Why does this situation feel so familiar? Do you have a history of propositioning inanimate objects?
I got a +1 for being in the world for 2 days. Let's try it. Persuade the door to open. Nah.
As it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
So in 26 or 28 days, it's going to be a sale, so I may actually get an expensive PC cheaper. That's true. New Year's deal, January sales will be a thing. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. I would love if you got another double success. Same. I would laugh if I succeeded. I would love to see what happened if I did succeed, because I'm trying to persuade a door to open by using rhetoric on it. I really don't know what to do. The only thing I can think of to do that's still on my thing. Well, I've got 2 things I can do, but I don't really fancy doing either of them. One of them is going to Everett and, you know, mixing in with him and getting all my stuff and getting all the, you know, the information I need, the gun and all that, and my badge and all that stuff. Or I could talk to the scab leader and show him the photograph. I hope Sesame was an option. Sadly not, no. Brain succeed. If you've been talking the door for 69 days, I think you're crazy if it opens. Ah. Oh fuck, I don't know. Was like there's that guy near the office. I didn't speak to him all that much. Let's see if I can get some information from him. This dude.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Have some questions for you. That's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
You're Yubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on here?
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Sounds like a massive redecorating operation.
Yes, moving from inwards to outwards. By the looks of it, soon everything will be in Union colors.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
What's underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
I see, you've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where's everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He didn't with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one's working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What trouble did Tyson and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fella.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let
Level
out
up.
some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words.
Or they lynched someone.
Even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellet. But everyone calls me Leo.
The man raises his hand in a welcome gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who's Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything. East of the
Ah.
river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
So, yeah, pocket lawyer.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
Twitch doesn't need to watch a PowerPoint presentation right now, just hearing it gets better. Oh shit, yeah, I just dropped like 1,507 frames. What the fuck? No idea what that was.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
What the fuck?
If Mrs. and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
Size and full science watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Okay, so this is the union fixer, the gardener.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
The guy smiles to smile silent at you.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Okay, I'm off. I was going to spend a skill point on something. I've completely forgotten what the fuck it was. It was volition. Volition. That's what it was. Yes. Can't remember what for, though. To look through the case files. Poor man. Yeah, that's it. The files. I can now have another look attempt at looking through the files because I've upgraded my volition. Let's go through this. No, I want to go down the steps. Down the steps. Thank you, Harry. Morale. No, I'm good on morale. I'm really good on morale. I've got 4 pips in it out of 5. I'm going to be annoyed if I go back here and it's not volition. I really should have gone back here and looked at what the skill required was and then done it.
The file cabinet.
It still is vision.
Ooh. Slides out.
83%.
You're trying.
Fuck!
The data here is unbelievably dry. Something about containment.
Why? That was a 4. I had a really good chance of finishing that. You rolled a 4. Fuck you, game.
Slides shut smoothly.
Tits snips. Fuck. So only the monitor now with the PC as mum has unused keyboard work. That's good. Only problem is monitors tend to be expensive. Bad luck, yeah. I did really well at some low chance checks and did really shittily at a high chance check. Of course. Yeah. Maybe start stairs going. Nah. On future playthroughs, then yes, I will when I want certain incomes. But this is me wanting to do things as as in one full thing I can think of. So the burn jump me on my first go. I will be quick go because I want to punch the race in the face. Ah, fair. Pass the PSA loss. Oh, no, it's a problem. Yeah. Different ways to approach it. What can I do now? I honestly don't know. See if we can talk to Lizzie, because now I know her name. Maybe I can use that to knock her off balance and get her to open up a little bit. I don't know.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Or just my hand think about every joint when popping out my hands all tingly.
Even though
Kinda
she
like
has
that.
excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Easily told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Well, if I want to talk to you, not Titus.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Maybe we'll talk later. That was a bust. That was an incredible bust. I think I've kind of exhausted what I was going to be doing here. I cannot think of anything at this point in time. My good God, it's been a long time since I last played this. Fucking hell. Yeah, so I think that's where I'm going to be leaving it for today. I mean, it's ending it early, but it's not that early. But I truly don't know what to do. The only things I can think of left to do, I've got three options. One is I show the photo to the scab leader about the tattoos. Two, I go talk to Everett and accept his offer. Or three, I just get a book and read to wait until Kim gets back, or I can talk to the guy in the apartment. I don't know. I really don't know. Thank you for the hydration, man, DJ. Did make all the mistakes? Yeah, I made some progress. I only got 2 screenshots though. I'm really loving this game, I really am, but at the same time, it's really... I feel like I'm playing it wrong at times. I really do feel like I'm playing this wrong. Maybe I should throw caution to the wind more and just, do whatever. I'm not used to RPGs being quite this story oriented, but not as free as most things tend to be. Because this very much seems to be, it's waiting on me doing a certain thing, and it's being very, very, very obtuse and obscure as to what that thing is. It's not giving me any clues as to what it is. I don't know. And it seems to be like Kim is there supposedly as your inbuilt hint system, but he's not giving me any hints. And there's some things I'm trying to do also that it's just plain not letting me do. Like I wanted to try and report the fact that Joyce gave me money, but it wasn't letting me. I don't know. Maybe now I've worked out my full name and gotten that official. Maybe when Kim gets back, I can go on the radio and talk to that. I think honestly, one of the main things does seem to be that I'm waiting on Kim getting back. Like I've managed to do the drug smuggling thing behind his back because he wasn't too keen on us doing that. So I feel a little bad for doing that, but at the same time, it's gone quite a lot of progress by doing that. But I definitely do think it might be the thing that I'm waiting for. I'm basically waiting for Kim to get back. I don't know. I'll decide next week. But one way or the other, You bet when you get your new PC, you're going to do a test stream. Nice. That thing. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely do feel like I'm missing something out. I'm missing something that seems to be glaringly obvious. I think I might... Like I said, I think I might be playing the game a little too cautiously. I think that's what it is. First time I tried to play Baldur's Gate, I had no idea where, what to do or where to go after the Nautical Mines. Same. Same. Because the game pretty much tells you all about that, and then afterwards it's like, figure it out for yourself. Like, hey? Because I'm pretty sure at that point in time you can't go to Baldur's Gate itself, but Baldur's Gate is where you need to be. You need to do something to get you access into Baldur's Gate. I definitely did nearly finish that, because I definitely remember the final confrontation with the final boss. I remember starting Baldur's Gate 2 on the back of that. Just don't recall, you know, what I did in between, because it was so long ago. I've played so many games since then. But yeah, I think it is possibly me being overcautious. I think next week I may go and show the photo to the scab leader and see what he does, see what he says. I don't know, but that's where I'm going to be ending things for now. Thank you all very much for coming along, for your support. It's all greatly appreciated. Next stream for me is going to be tonight at 1 AM GMT, where I'm going to be going back to Dark Souls 3, picking up from the Crystal Sage fight, and continuing with my revisit, trying to get less deaths than I did overall. So far, I'm doing badly. I've kept my records consistent on the first 2 bosses. I've done better on Vort. No, I've done the same on Vort, because I can't do better than no deaths. I've done better on the Curse Rotted Greatwood. I've done worse on the Crystal Sage. But after that we're on to the Cathedral to go and face down the Deacons of the Deep. But also I am doing this part with a different weapon than I did the first time round. Although to be fair, I did off stream when I went right the other way around. I did go and do a greatsword build for my rerun, so it's not wholly unfamiliar with me. It's just, you know, also taking the shots when I die. That's probably having some effect. You had to find some bandit contacts that gave you access to the camps and then gave you what you need to enter Baldur's Gate. Oh yeah, yeah. That bit was really obscure. I'm just thinking my Wi-Fi is being weak, but it can't be, as OBS shows it's lagging. Stream whilst it shows, not it shows. Yeah, if it's lagging on OBS, then it's a performance issue. If it's fine on OBS, but it's like, actually no. If it's lagging on stream, it can be just a performance thing, but it also can be your connection. Because you know, I've had things where it runs smoothly, and when I've got on OBS, it's running fairly smoothly on OBS, but it was a PowerPoint presentation, and that was all before I upgraded my RAM. So, I don't know. Who knows? And also, if you weren't distracted by side quests, yeah, that's also true. Yeah, Baldur's Gate was, you know, one of the first large-scale attempts at bringing D&D onto a computer. That wasn't just, you know, basically a dungeon crawl like Eye of the Beholder or something like that. And, you know, credit to them, BioWare did a really good job with it. It's just, it was very, very, very obvious that they were treading new grounds. And as will always, whenever you have someone pioneering something, it's going to be a bit rocky. And then it gets improved on as things go on. But yeah, so, until tonight, until the next stream, be it tonight or be it Saturday, because I'm not doing anything on my weekend, apart from possibly recording the SCP streams. Did you get PC the other way? Yeah, true. Yeah, so until I next see you all, thank you all very much for coming along again. It has been fun. It's all been great having you here. Your support is greatly appreciated. But until next time, have yourselves a good rest of your day, a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, whatever time is for you. But until next time though, stay safe and see you later. Bye!